Welcome to the final video in Google Calendar series. In this video, we will learn how to create tasks and reminders on Google Calendar. Google Calendar allows you to create tasks and reminders in addition to creation of meetings and events. To create a new task on Google Calendar, simply open your Google Calendar and click on the task icon on the right hand side. As you can see here, when you click on the tasks icon, if you have never used Google Tasks before, it will ask you to click on the Get Started button. But because I have been using Google Tasks for quite some time, it didn't prompt me to do so. Once you have clicked on the Get Started, you should see a screen like this. And on this screen, you can simply add a task by clicking on Add Task button. Now you can provide a name for your task. So I will say this is a test task. I can click on the Edit Details button and then I can add it to a list. Here I will say what are the details of the task. So for example, I need to complete my test, and then I can set a date time for it. So for this date time, I can say on what day I need to do this task. So I decided to do it on 7th of May, Thursday, and I can add now the time by which I want to complete this task. So I want to complete it between 1 and 2 p.m. So I'll say 1 p.m. It should be done, and it does not repeat. So I select OK, and then I can add subtasks to it. So for example, I will say complete English tasks, complete maths tasks. So now these two are the children subtasks of this main task. And then basically I can simply go back and the task is now created. As you can see, the new task is created, and now I can simply close this tasks thing. And once I've closed the tasks pop-up, now this task will be available in the Tasks app on my phone and even on the sidebar on the calendar. If I want to add a new list, I can create a new list by clicking on Create New List. So this could be school. So all the tasks belonging to school can be added to this new list. This way I can manage my lists very nicely, and I can separate the tasks depending on the context. Adding a reminder is also very straightforward. To add a reminder for something, simply open your Google Calendar, select the date and time when you want to be reminded, and then drag your mouse between the times and dates that you have selected. For instance, I wanted to be reminded about paying my bills on 8th May between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. So I'll just say 12 to 1 and I'll call it reminder, and then I'll add a reminder title to the reminder. I say pay bills, and the same kind of things that I can do with events, I can do with reminders as well in terms of repetition. So here, for the sake of demonstration, I'm not setting any repetition, but this reminder can be set to repeat itself in the same pattern as we learned how the repetition works for events. So I'll just say pay bills and I'll click on save. Now when I do so, it will save that and it will always appear on my calendar against the dates. And when I go and when the date will approach for the reminder, it will prompt me a reminder on my phone if I am signed into my Google account on my phone, or else I can always check my reminders on my Google Calendar app using the web browser. In this quick and short video, we saw how to create tasks and reminders using Google Calendar. This was the final video in the series on Google Calendar. I hope you learned something useful in this series.